That's like the first game I've ever been like, wow, what a Klaw game. Klaw normally I feel like ints the game so hard. That is the first game where I'm like, man, what a Klaw game actually. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. Really excited for what I have coming for you today because this is kind of like a classic deck I really love and I really enjoy that is like revamped in like a modern time. So, like, when I first started Pool 3, I played a bunch of Destroyer. I played Destroyer so much. Destroyer I rated really high on my tier list because I think Destroyer translates really well from Pool 2. Like, actually, looking at these cards, like, most of them are Pool 2, right? It was not, I guess, so much as before, but, like, if you go back on my channel, I actually have a deep history with Destroyer where I posted a lot of Destroyer videos that got me to Infinite. But the point is like, so this is kind of like location disruption with Big Destroyer, which is nice. You know, Attuma Series 3 now. Attuma I had when Attuma was Series 4. And I posted a video with Attuma really similar to this list when he was Series 4. And he was actually pretty good. And so you have like 0 Titania, 0 Lizard, 0 Red Skull, obviously, 0 Destroyer, and Attuma. Kind of similar to the Shuri deck. One thing I will say about this deck is from my experience, and it could be different because you have all of these location disruption tools, I think this deck gets so hosed by Shuri, it's ridiculous. Like, that's a big reason why I stopped playing Destroyer and why I thought Destroyer was kind of unplayable, is like you are just so hosed by Shuri where you don't really have a choice. Like, it's just such a bad matchup. And when it was like when it's very popular, it's hard to win. With the location disruption, you might have a chance because you have Storm and Professor X to kind of stop the Shuri deck from getting to put its big stats into play. But like typically, that was always the biggest issue with it. When you're not playing against the Shuri deck, you are just like the bigger fish deck, right? Like you have armor to protect your big stuff that everyone's running Shang-Chi for. You have Cosmo to kind of enable the Destroyer, but also to protect your big stuff that everyone's running. Where it can work out nicely. Klaw, this is like the first time I've ever been like impressed with Klaw in a deck. Klaw is actually super good, which is interesting, but when you have Storm and you have Professor X, it makes sense. He's very useful in like those location disruption decks, right? Destroyer is great with Cosmo, great with armor. You know, you can go Armor Attuma Professor X or Armor Storm Attuma, which is really cool. You got a lot of sick options here. Like, honestly, this deck is super fun. I like this kind of deck a lot. Like, you know, personal bias, I really enjoy this kind of deck. And you have a lot of lines of play that you see in the Shuri deck with like 0 Titania, 0 Lizard, you know, all this 0 nonsense. Destroyer really isn't replaceable in my opinion. Somebody asked me if you could replace it with Giganto. I know you can because you basically always have to play Giganto left. Because you can't like 0 an Infinite. Like, you have to actually play like the Infinite when it needs its claws. So like you would still have to play the Giganto left where it doesn't really work. You honestly don't even 0 Destroyer that often. You mostly 0 Red Skull or something like that, or like 0 Lizard or Titania for tempo. But like you can. Most of the time you just play Destroyer and it doesn't blow up the armor or the Professor X path with it fine, or you play the Destroyer into Cosmo. That's been my experience so far. But anyways, I hope you all enjoy, and I hope to see you all tomorrow for another Marvel Snap video. I think you always play Sunspot on one. And Sunspot's pretty good here, because then we can like Klaw here. I know you could like 0 and then Titania, but I feel like getting Sunspot down is pretty good for some other nonsense we might do. Atlantis, eh? No, I think I'm cool with just 0 Titania, and then I can like Professor X here or Klaw here or something. They snap. Surprising. Yo, what's up, Sanjin? How's it going, friend? How is it hanging? Thank you for your Diablo review, by the way. That was awesome. I really appreciate it. Yo, what's up, Phaser Snap? How's it going? Thank you for the biddies. I do appreciate it. Nice seeing ya. Very, very kind of you. So I think we Storm here, and then we try to, like, Klaw Cosmo. Did you see the Dota game I played, Sanjin? Did you see the game of Dota that I played? I posted that in the Discord, and I thought it was pretty hilarious. Definitely a weird one. So I don't think you Cosmo here, because they likely play Hazmat to one of these, right? So I think I actually just Cosmo here, and I expect them to not go here, and then I can either Professor X or Klaw. Because I don't think they fill here. They might, if they play like Typhoid Mary 2, I can't beat it, right? Yeah, the screenshot. Yeah, the screenshot. I actually bought that Divine Rapier in my inventory. I bought the Rapier. You said you were going to... Yeah, that was actually a pretty good game. Thank you. I appreciate it, Phaser. Very kind. We didn't talk about Kitty yet. I didn't stream about it yet. I didn't stream with it yet, but I am really excited. Oh my god. Chat, that's so good. Oh, that's actually crazy good. So they're already blocked out here, so we just Professor X here, and then we can Klaw, and this is over, right? Wait, that's so good. Because now if they're going to Hazmat, they have to do it this turn. Man, I love Professor X, dude. Professor X is such a good card. What's the news that just dropped about Kitty? What's the news? I didn't see any news. Oh my god, they Kang? Okay, so they're out. They're super out then. They took her out of the game. Oh, wow. Speaking of out of the game, our opponent is super done here. There's no way. The Kang into retreat angle, I think, here. Okay, so we Professor X, and they do what? They Viper, which doesn't do anything, and Hazmat, which we expected. The Hazmat's fine, because we can just soak, and then we can either destroy her here or Klaw. So Klaw ties the left, it adds to the middle, and then it wins the right also, so I think Klaw is best. Tie left, win right by 6, and then we're strong here. We could also destroy her, but then we don't win left. I think Klaw is just best. We could armor, but then we're not winning right. I want to win right. And Absorbing Man doesn't do anything. Klaw wins the right by 6. We tie middle, lose middle by 1, and we win the game. Super clean. And we didn't snap to keep them in the game, but that was actually super clean. Love to see it. I mean, like, they teased Batman, but they didn't really explain their energy system, so I have no idea how Batman works. But I really want to play the DC game. The DC game looks super cool. They could, but I could see them putting Darkhawk back to 1 at some point. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Fender in your shop? Nice. A little more cards. Yeah, I saw, like, Flash. I saw Batman. I don't remember anything else. Yeah, I'm really excited. I want Ronin to also be great. I would love a Ronin buff. I hope they release more cards like Master Mold. I feel like Master Mold definitely would make Ronin a lot better. We don't have priority, and I'm hoping we still don't have priority, so we can win Strange Academy. They gave us cards to draw, which is nice. So it looks like we're going to lose priority unless there's a Super X Mansion diff here. But if there's a Super X Mansion diff, that's also fine, right? Sentinel is not very good. Yo, what's up, Flashgate? What's up, Nick Datos? Let's see. So this is like equal. This is totally equal. So now we can just go Lizard Titania and win the flooding, and then we play Attuma Professor X or something. Yeah, I'm really ready for the DC game. I don't think it's in beta yet. I think it's coming out this year, so there's probably going to be a beta in a few months. Seems like you have 2 leaders that work like empty. Yeah, it looks like there's like the leaders of your deck, and then there's just cards. So it does look like there's some kind of Planeswalker system. Like there's like head heroes or whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's characters that are like in charge, basically. I think we play for middle, because I can go Attuma, Destroyer, middle. I guess I don't have, that doesn't exactly work with this. I could also just Professor X here and then soak with Sunspot, which might be best. I think we Professor X soak with Sunspot and hope to win this. Oh my god, wait, Wave is so bad for them. That's perfect. Wave is so bad, chat. Okay, we won, right? That's a win, right? Now it's just soak, and we're plus 7 here. And then they can't really, like, Doctor Doom doesn't win it, and then we just get to soak with the Sunspot? Okay, yeah, they retreat. I was gonna say, there's no way. I feel like there has to be room for Daredevil in this deck. I feel like we should really be playing Daredevil. I also, like, I don't know how chat feels. I'm more of a DC guy, I would say, than Marvel. Like, they're both good. I don't really, like, care that much one way or the other. But I will say, Batman's my favorite superhero in, like, fiction. I think Batman's super duper cool. I would love to play Batman in a card game. I think that sounds so much fun. And, like, as, like, we kind of talked about, like, as Sanjin said, it seems like they have some kind of, like, leader system. Marvel, DC Flash, Marvel plus DC. Yeah. You're a speedster. You love the Speed Force, is what I'm hearing. Is that what I should take away from that, Sanjin? I guess I play the 0 for tempo. It's kind of awkward with stuff I could draw, but I could also draw like a Attuma or Lizard or Titania, which would make this fine. And then if I don't draw anything, I can just pass into like Red Skull or something, which wouldn't be bad. Batman is one of the leaders. Yeah, Batman is a leader. Outside of Superman, Batman, I know nothing about DC. Yeah, I mean, those are like the main those are like the main guys, right? Like, those are the big ones. The Flash is super cool. The Flash is actually super cool. Did you guys ever watch the TV show that was on Netflix that was like The Flash? And it ended up having like 9 seasons, so I didn't watch all of it. But the parts I did watch, I thought were pretty cool. It's just like a big Flash show. It was pretty nice. They just pass. I think we Red Skull here and then Destroyer somewhere else. This is fine? Oh, it's Arrow? That's pretty unfortunate. Can we win left and right now? We might be able to.
All systems go.
Our draw was pretty unfortunate here, I will say. Titania is good, at least. So Titania is good. I mean, we can go Klaw, Titania, and then we're playing for all 3. I think this is actually fine. You could retreat this, right? But if they move Nightcrawler middle, we're going to win left. If they have to play to right, they actually have to play to all 3 lanes like this. I think this is fine to stay in on. Shang-Chi is unfortunate. We actually won, I think. I think this is a win. Pretty clean game, chat. Pretty clean game. I was gonna say that looked a little sus, but I actually felt pretty confident with Klaw there. I don't know if I'm getting the Thor bundle. I'll have to see when it comes out. Me and Hope just put a pretty big down payment on our apartment, so I'm like out like $3 grand right now. We're like, I could buy it, but also it's like it's a little steep right now. You know what I mean? The Thor bundle, I really like Thor as a card, but I don't want to like the money's just a little tight for me right now for it. Just a little bit. We can armor into Attuma right, which seems really good. You're like always like pretty short on credits though, I think by design. Like the game really tries to make it so you get a lot of credits. Or like you're always a little short on credits, right? Which I think makes sense. So we had Attuma here and we're probably winning right because Attuma's really strong. And then we have to win nowhere, which might be hard, but I think we're fine. We can just, okay, so we have a lot of power here. They could theoretically put that many stats into play, but I actually really like the odds of winning our position here. I wanna just jam the Professor X low-key. Is this too bold? This might be too bold. I really want to jam it, though. They might just play a Sarah. If they just play Sarah, they go +4 here, and we're going to be up by 3. If they play Sarah, we actually win this if we Professor X, so I think I'm going to jam it. I've been really punished by the YOLO Professor X's today, but based on what I think their deck is doing, if they play Sarah, this is really good. Thank God, dude. I did not want to guess wrong again. That's all I'm going to say. I was not looking forward to guessing wrong again. They can play 3 cards here. We can Storm into Titania, which I think is pretty good. And then this is going to bounce like a million times. We'll see what happens. They retreat. Okay. That was, I guess you could call that a YOLO Professor X, but I think it was a very calculated Professor X. I'm waiting for the Savage Land She-Hulk. Savage Land She-Hulk has been in my shop twice, and I've never gotten the Art Germ She-Hulk. I want the Art Germ She-Hulk so bad. It's actually crazy. I want the Art Germ She-Hulk so bad. I do care about pixels, but I don't care about that pixel. Let me rephrase. I don't care about that pixel at all. They're going to draw 2 cards out of this, so we might have lost, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Unless you draw a 2-drop, no 2-drop. Link me that Discord? Oh, I gotcha, Kumkabra. In my my last post to Discord, I talked about the last Dota game I played. I played a Dota game where I bought a Divine Rapier as Underlord. That was funny. That was actually hilarious. Divine Rapier Underlord was pretty funny. We hit their wave, which is really good. This game is, we are not the fan favorite this game, I want to add. We are definitely not the fan favorite right now. So if we win this game, that will be awesome. So we Storm here. Storm gets moved over here. And then we Sunspot here just to tie this, I think. This is weird, though. Because of the... Oh, wait, Iron Fist doesn't trigger because of the stupid thing. So this might have been wrong, but I think it's fine. Electro. So they can G-Man me this turn. Where do they G-Man? They probably G-Man here, right? If they G-Man here, it's a dead tie, so it doesn't matter. I guess we would actually lose if they G-Man here. I'm gonna Professor X thinking this is G-Man. Because they can't Galactus here. I'm gonna Professor X thinking it's Galactus. I'm gonna Professor X. I feel like this is probably Galactus. It doesn't work? I know, we did deny the turn 4 Galactus, and now hopefully we hit the we don't hit the Galactus, but it's fine. Klaw is gonna be good here, chat. Klaw is actually gonna be a hero here. Because we can Klaw here, and then we get to Titania. We can Klaw Titania. We're tied here. I guess we want to win this. So Klaw Titania, we're +4 here. We win here, we win right. Actually, huge Titania. Chavez doesn't do it. We actually, this is an easy clap, right? The Cosmo is huge, chat. They drew 2 cards off of Autumn Warlock, though. They drew 2 cards off of Adam. So, like, it wasn't totally skewed. Like, that was a real game. That was a super real game right there. We also couldn't Red Skull, which was unfortunate, too. Because, like, Red Skull actually just, like, destroys the Cerebro matchup normally. But because we couldn't play the Red Skull anywhere, we were just, like, out of luck, right? It's unfortunate. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. Having the Token Tuesday's been getting worse, though. I feel like they've gotten a little bit worse over time. I could be wrong, but I feel like they've gotten a little bit worse. They soak, which makes me think they soaked for... I think I Professor X there in case it's She-Hulk. Because if I Professor X here, I'm always going to win tiebreakers because of Mojo World, right? So this is where I want to Professor X. And then I can Red Skull Titania or just Destroyer, whatever is better. But Professor X means I win in tiebreakers 100% of the time, right? Because they're never playing 3 cards here, right? And we just, like, always win in tiebreakers because they can't Shuri this. Like, if they just play Red Skull, it's fine. If they dump here, it's bad. Yeah, now we just always win in tiebreakers, right? And so, 0's interesting. But I don't have... So this is +17. This is +4. So this is +11, +5. They have priority, but they're going to play one more thing here. I just want to make sure I don't lose to Doom. They can't even Dr. Doom because the Cosmo's here. They actually just always lose this, right? Because they can't even, like, Dr. Doom because of Cosmo. I guess they could Captain Marvel, but if they Captain Marvel, I'll win right with this. So it's fine. 40 cards or something. 40 caches? I honestly think Shadow King could be, like... I honestly think it could be like a 2-3, and it would still probably not be very playable. But like right now, it's just tough. I don't know. Yeah, it's a new card. That's fair. That's fair. Like it could actually be so much. They have options that they could maybe employ, but it's rough right now. I will say that it's very rough. I'm just gonna Red Skull and then Destroyer. I think. I guess I could Attuma here, which might be better. Maybe I Red Skull here. I want a Professor X is the thing. I really want a Professor X one of these lanes. Wish I drew that. I guess I can just Lizard into Destroyer here, which is pretty good. Yeah, it could have been Shuri. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I got Galactus from reserve. I'm kind of like the worst person to talk to about that because I've gotten very good luck from stuff like that. Okay. That's interesting. So we just Destroyer now for tempo. We just play 15 stats because there's the Cosmo. I'll have to wait 40 plus before I can get one. Then it's 1 in 39 to get one. Yeah, I gotcha. They don't have any pity timer on pool 4s, right? Like it's actually, or on pool 5s. It's only pool 4s that have pity timers now, right? Klaw is interesting. Weird game. That's all I'll say. Weird game. So we have to 0 here, and I think we just Red Skull because we can't play it here. I like playing Klaw Titania here last turn. Never drawing Professor X or Storm is pretty interesting here because we don't get to deny the Limbo. But they already used their Shang-Chi, so like it's not like it's that bad. Scarlet Witch the Limbo. Okay. Hazmat. Okay. We're winning then, right? Unless I'm missing something, we just won, right? Okay. Okay. Finished pool 3 a few days ago and already got a new card. I'm confused. So you're saying, like, you'll still get new cards. What did they discard? I actually didn't see. They discarded Mr. Negative? I was reading chat and they just discarded Mr. Negative. That's actually the easiest way to win a game, dude. I was just reading.
End of my Marvel Snap video. I'm currently making a Marvel Snap video every day, so if you do enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing. It does help me out a lot. I also stream live at twitch.tv/homeboymaxwell. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you tomorrow for my next video. Have a great day.